Hey guys, how's it going? Jeremy Donson here with thedrummprofessor.com. Just wanted to give a huge thank you and shout out to all my viewers and subscribers. We just hit over 500,000 views and over 7,000 subscribers. So just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel today. So thank you again. I definitely appreciate your views and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I also, by popular demand, made a $25 video. It's available for sale on my website. It's only $25, like price of a pair of jeans, and it covers some really awesome ways and steps to work on your fundamentals, whether you're beginner or intermediate, and it really helps you to learn how to play songs and beats way faster. So if you're looking to increase your skills and how fast you can learn stuff, that's the video for you. It's only $25. So definitely take a look at that. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start at 2 minutes and 3 seconds in the song Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. Here we go, guys. All right, so there we have it from 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay, so to get started here, once you do the fill and you go into the chorus, then we're going to do this. You're going to crash in with the bass drum. And then now the first part is a little different than the next part. You add one bass. If you listen very, very closely, you'll hear an extra little softer bass drum that's not in the second half of the chorus. So you got to listen really, really close, but it's in there if you do listen for that. So once we crash with the bass drum, it's going to go like this the first time with that extra bass. You're going to have 3 bass drums. So we're going to go crash and snare, bass, bass, bass. Okay, so once you got that, here's the next part. Snare, bass, and crash. So you're going to go snare, bass, and the bass is by itself, and then the ride, when I say and, that's by itself. So... and then you crash again with the bass drum. Okay, so putting that together. That's going to be your beat. Okay, so once we do that, that's your next part. So let's listen to that real quick. All right, so after you do that 2 times, you're going to go crash and snare and crash and snare and crash. So now I'm playing on the ride bell, the bell of the ride cymbal on this section. You listen to the song, it really pierces through. That's because he's hitting the bell of the ride cymbal. So that's what you really want to hit when you're playing this. Okay, so after that section, one, 2, 3, and snare, bass, 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 snare. So on the third crash, you're going to go crash and snare and bass and bass and bass. Okay? Now, on this, it's optional. You can do, after that, you can do bass crash, or you can just do and crash without the bass. Not a huge difference there, so it's really up to you which one you want to do. So breaking this beat down before we go any further, you're going to go bass and snare and bass and bass and bass snare. So anytime you kick the bass on those three, it's going to be by itself. It's in between the rides. So it's going to go ride by itself, bass by itself, ride by itself, bass by itself, like this. And then you hit snare and ride together. So putting that together is going to look like this. Crash and snare, ride bass, ride bass, ride bass, snare. Now, the part I was talking about that's optional is the next part, which after you go, you can go bass and then crash with the bass, or you can just leave that bass out and go just ride and then crash with the bass. Either way is fine, really, on that part. Not a huge difference on that. So totally up to you. Maybe one thing to do would be to do it without the bass first, and then next time you can add the bass in there. Okay, so putting all that together. 1, 2, ready, go. That's your first half. Now the second half is almost exactly the same as that, but instead of going crash and snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, you're going to take out the first bass this time. So you're going to go crash and snare and instead of bass. So crash and snare and bass, bass, snare, bass, and crash. Okay? Now, be sure on the bass, bass, snare, bass, and that you really are very careful with the bass placement on that, and then the ride placement also. So bass, bass, snare, bass, and. Got to be really careful with that. You don't want to go bass, bass, snare, bass, and. Right? So you got to be super careful with that. Okay, so the only difference, again, we're just taking out the first bass, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, so putting that together with the first part. 1, 2, ready, go. So you see, instead of going crash and snare, bass, 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 snare, bass, it's crash and snare and bass, bass, snare, bass. That's it. You just take out a bass, hit the ride instead. Okay, now on the crash part, where you crash on the downbeat of each measure, 1, 2, 3. If you notice, this time I did an extra bass in there. So instead of going we'll crash and to and, right? Crash into and. And then going back to the crash again, you're gonna go like this: crash into bass, crash into bass, crash, right? Okay, that's the only difference really in that part. Okay, so playing it all together again with music. Check it out. Awesome, love this song. It's so fun. Okay, so once you do the last one, rest, rest, flat bass, crash. So you're gonna do 2 count rest, crash, 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 rest, rest, flat bass, crash. And that's it. That's the part for the chorus. So, guys, hope you really enjoyed this. And, also, I've been getting a lot of requests for songs. I have so many songs on my queue. Thank you guys so much for requesting all of them. I've got tons of songs to choose from, so thank you for that. Because of that, what I'd like you guys to do is go through the comments in my videos, pick the ones that you really want to hear first, and like that comment. The ones with the most likes on it, I will certainly do first. And if you see ones are getting up there in likes, then definitely let me know, hey, check this out. I'll take a look at it, and I'll do that video. So, guys, thanks again. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please do be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you guys later. Rock on, guys.